All right, everybody, welcome to Jungle Beast, Power Rangers Jungle Beast, Episode 11, Terror of the Arctic. So, first, we are going to introduce everyone except our special guest. Our special guest will be introduced shortly. So we're going to start with, we're going to go work it from the outside in. We're going to start with David.
Hi, I am Casey. I'm playing David Dran, and that's about it.
There you go. Timmy?
Hi, I'm
Oh, there it
George.
is.
I'm not in roll 20 yet, and I was muted. I'm on my A game today.
Claire?
Hi, I'm Maddie. I'm playing Claire Masters. She is a biology student and very loves studying animals. Very excited to be a Power Ranger. I also am currently holding a baby in my lap, so you might hear some very adorable gurgles coming from my end. I assure you, that's the 5-month-old, and not me.
Nice. Gary?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm T. Lane. I play Gary. He's the White Ranger, and I approve of Baby.Wav.
There you go. And last, but certainly not least, Orion, our Green Ranger.
I'm Bent. I play Orion. Orion is from RAFCON, and he's new.
Okay. So, we also have a special guest, but the special guest will be joining us very shortly in terms of gameplay. And so, perhaps after the first scene with the special guest, we can have that player introduce themselves. But we start out. It is December 23rd. It is almost Christmas. And everyone has gathered to, have a little team get-together in the monitoring station. Orion is having no idea when the Free Sun Festival actually is supposed to be, since, it's not easy to, line up Earth calendars from RAFCON calendars. He's decided that Christmas time is as good as any to celebrate his cultural tradition, so he's introducing you all to Flargon cake, which he assures you absolutely are supposed to eat with your hands behind your back using only your mouth. That is, in fact, the correct way to eat Flargon cake.
And it is good.
It is delicious.
Timmy excels at eating Flargon cake. He is weird. It's like he was made for this. Like Hulk walking up to the Infinity Gauntlet as he's explaining Flargon cake. Timmy just walks up. It's like, I was made for this. And just smacks his face and starts eating.
It is quite delicious, although, Orion, it doesn't quite taste exactly like you remember it because, well, you don't have access to all the authentic Rafconian ingredients here on Earth.
I think I did a pretty good job, all things considered. Pretty good.
No, I know you did.
I mean, we'll just call it the Terran variant,
All right, well, while you're doing all this, maybe you're exchanging gifts or whatnot, that's whatever. Zelkar says, Rangers, there's a message coming in from the North Pole, at which point a staticky screen shows up on the viewing screen, and we have the introduction of our guest role player.
Hello, Power Rangers, can you hear me?
Hello.
Oh, thank goodness that one of you answered. Hello, I'm Mrs. Claus. I'm sure most of you know of me and my very, very, very famous husband. Who's missing? Please, I need your help.
Ooh.
Wait, what?
Mrs. Claus? Does anyone know who a Mrs. Claus would be?
Zelkar says, Mrs. Claus is Santa Claus's wife.
Does anyone know who a Santa Claus might be?
Yeah, we know.
Oh.
We know.
Claire is just like cake is falling out of her mouth. Her jaw dropped at the sight of Miss Claus as her whole worldview is changing rapidly.
Okay, Joker. Is Kiss available? I'm sure this is a prank call, guys.
Zelkar says, no, this is Mrs. Claus.
Oh, yes, Santa and the elves. It's December 23rd. Santa and the elves have gone missing. Please, I very much need your help, Power Rangers. Can you please come and assist me in finding my husband and his little workers?
Well, sure, why not?
Oh, thank you.
at this point, the static grows in intensity and the transmission is cut out. Zelkar says, Rangers, you'll need to prepare for cold weather and dark conditions.
Wow.
What are we going to my ex's house? But
No, unless your ex lives at the North Pole.
I'm real glad I got these clothes from home. I'm all kitted for cold weather, you know.
All right. Well, first, are there any requisition requests that people would actually like? Your morphed suits will protect you from the cold. Although, if you're defeated and you demorph, you may have to worry about things like frostbite if you're not wearing warm clothes before you morph.
I think it'd be wise to grab some warm clothes.
Yeah,
I
think
would
so
like
too.
a baby blue parka, please.
Okay, that seems perfectly reasonable.
Timmy
And appropriate gloves, hats, goggles, and like a light source.
What would you like?
Flashlight would be useful.
Like a lantern, I think. Something that could light up a whole like campsite, right?
Okay. Does everyone want to requisition something similar?
Yes, I don't want to be freezing to death.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Yes.
Timmy wants one of those big bubble jackets, you know, that make you look like way buffer than you actually are.
Yeah, that seems fun.
I don't
Ryan
want to be
wants
known
a green
as a
snowsuit and a green flashlight.
A green
Zelkar.
flash-
I don't want to be known as the first or the last ranger to die of frostbite.
Yeah, Gary's got some stuff. He's got thermal underwear and a sweater, a fairly nice heavy jacket. It's very warm. It's brown and accented with white, fitting his own taste and colors. So yeah, he's
All right.
mostly prepared. He's gonna get more stuff though.
All right, well, I think now would be a great time then for our guest role player to introduce herself out of character, so we all know who's playing Mrs. Claus now that her entrance is no longer a surprise.
Oh, hey, what up? It's me, your boy. What's going on?
Welcome to the game, Chesh. How are you?
Hi, I'm pretty good. How are you? It looks like we're gonna have some icy cold fun in here tonight. I'm all for Christmas cheer.
That is the plan. And yes, in case anyone is wondering, the Power Rangers have in fact met Santa in canon many, many times.
Wow.
Yes, the Santa Claus Power Rangers is in fact, that connection is alive and well. Most recently, I believe, Ninja Steel did a Christmas time travel episode, believe it or not.
Ooh.
When in
Also,
doubt, time travel.
Maddie, would briefly like to remind everyone that in my real life, I study Arctic weather. So if I have some weirdly specific questions, I'm going to apologize in advance.
Do it, you
Yeah,
nerd.
do it.
Patty, the actual meteorologist of the group.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Does it have cheers? No, I don't know.
Which actually, that reminds me, Maddie, could you send the cold weather away from me? That's how meteorology works, right? You get to control.
That is, yes, I do. I do not have the keys to the weather machine this week.
See the
Nice.
Doppler effect. Maybe it'll help.
Is
I
it
just spent the
George?
last like hour and a half before the game started, give or take, like shoveling snow. Canada things.
Dapper, is this going to be at Magnetic North or True North? And will it be on the
Oh my
ice sheet
God,
or on,
that is-
on Greenland?
Now
So
that is
those,
a specific question.
those are questions for Zelkar, not for Dapper.
Nice deflection.
Well, it's not really a deflection so much as it is just, ask them in character.
Well, hey, Zokar, question.
Yes.
When we say the North Pole, do we mean geographically the North Pole, like in the middle of the Arctic Ocean?
Well, yes and no. See, Santa's realm is protected by the Morphin Grid and can't normally be accessed simply by traveling to the
Of course
North
it is.
Pole. However, we can access this grid, this pocket dimension of the Morphin Grid that exists at the North Pole. It does, in
Wait.
fact, though, get its weather and sunlight from just the sun, and so it will be cold and it will be dark. But it will not be on the ice sheet. There is, in fact, soil and some trees there.
Ooh, what kind of trees?
Pine.
Okay.
Christmas
Ah.
trees.
Yes, they're
Like,
mostly
are we
Christmas
talking
trees.
like Eurasian, North American?
Christmas
Well,
trees.
because it's in the middle of the north, where the North Pole is, you can get trees from all over northern Canada and northern Eurasia
Wow.
because
That's
of
pretty cool.
geography.
Wait,
Maybe that's
Zelkar.
like their very own Christmas tree, Christmas pine. We'll call it that.
Yes.
But I'll have to look.
Wait, Selkar, hold on now. If the stories of Santa are true, what's Norse or pagan or Gaelic traditions are also true,
Well,
as associated with Santa Claus, of course.
other Power Ranger teams have encountered both Loki and Thor.
What about
So Norse,
evil Santa
Norse
Claus?
beliefs. That was the correct religion all along.
Oh,
I wouldn't go that far, but the characters,
Christmas.
the Norse gods Loki and Thor have been encountered by another Ranger team.
Zelkar, I can accept a giant floating blue head. You're going. I need to sit down.
No, you need to teleport to the North Pole. We don't have time for this. Have an existential crisis when you get back.
That's true. You got to have your existential crises on your own time, man. We're on the clock now.
Yes.
Gary's like just trying to get the sock tight enough, and it's like, yeah, give me like 20 seconds.
A monkey comes over and helps you with that.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome, says Zelkar, who, remember, controls the monkeys.
He is the monkey.
By the way, I make sure to stuff my fanny pack with snacks and
Oh, good.
juice.
Well, careful with the juice, though, because it might freeze.
It's a very well insulated fanny pack.
Got it.
Can we get some hot hands?
Yeah, I've got hot hands for everybody. I've got thermos of cocoa.
Good.
Make sure your socks aren't too loose and your boots are nice and tight. Otherwise, we got blisters. Pretty
Zelkar
Yeah,
says,
we-
I believe Mrs. Claus can also provide cocoa if needed.
Do we need to bring cookies and milk?
Yeah, I was about to ask.
No, cookies and milk are more of an energy stop-off for Santa while he's out delivering presents. When he's home, he usually has just plenty of that there.
Should
Okay.
we bring any reindeer games?
No, the reindeer have their own games.
Okay.
Oh,
Hi.
What other?
okay.
How else can we be shitheads in this
Wait,
moment?
do they play like Risk, Monopoly,
Mostly races.
Escape from Colditz?
They do mostly races.
Oh,
Hmm.
neat.
Well, they are pack animals.
I thought you said mostly racism, and I was
No.
confused.
Different kind of Power Rangers game.
Are you prepared for your trip to the North Pole, Rangers?
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Step onto the teleportation pad, and you will be teleported to as close as I can get you. The teleportation isn't always entirely accurate when going into pocket dimensions in the Morphin Grid, so you'll be close to Santa's workshop.
Let's beat up some goblins and demigods or devil creatures.
All right. So, in a flash of multicolored light, you guys teleport and find yourselves in a wood, and it is extremely dark there. And if you did not have your... Oh, and it's also extremely weirdly rendered on my screen, which is just great. Sorry about that. It's a thing that's apparently going to happen. Well, so... Actually, try and refresh and see if that... I'm not seeing that on my other screen.
It's a little
Oh, good.
blurry or
Yeah,
something.
I can see on the stream.
Is
I don't
everything-
have that on my screen. It looks better on my screen, at least.
No, I guess it's just me. Oh well. Sorry, guys, watching at home. Get this horrible abomination. Anyway,
Oh yeah,
yeah, no, it's pretty bad. Anyway,
it's
in
like
front of
T-Mod.
you is a trying to get it so it's. For some reason, my computer is just saying, "Hey, Roll20 is just way too many resources, apparently." But anyway, yeah, you guys find yourselves in front of a building that currently looks like it has been somewhat abandoned. Now, you are now, as far as you know, alone in the woods in front of a building in a pocket dimension located at the North Pole, inhabited by Santa, a bunch of elves, and Mrs. Claus.
That's. Is it surrounded by snow?
Yes, there's snow everywhere.
That's the white areas of snow. Okay, I didn't know if that was marble
Okay.
or not.
I'd like to just kind of look around and see if anything looks weird. I'm expecting, I guess weird. I mean like signs of aggression.
Right, take an alertness check while I, by the way, go grab my DM screen because for some reason I did not get that out for this.
Oof.
Oh, good time.
Where's my character sheet? There we go.
Oh, that's weird. I looked on the YouTube, and yeah, it's got blue, like pink squares all over the place.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like Gmod when you don't have like Counter-Strike source loaded. You try to use literally any mod. Missing textures everywhere.
I got
It looks
I
like-
got a 4. Everything
Looks
looks
like-
great.
All right. Well,
It's like a
yeah,
bubble
you
circle.
did not notice anything in particular that seems
Hmm.
Caught unaware and with force. This is familiar.
yeah.
But Tuesday.
Yeah, you know what? I think I'm just going to turn back on the Zelkar ambient because I don't know if anyone's getting anything out of that battle map. Sorry about that, guys. That's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen.
Okay.
I have no
Wow.
idea why it exists. Whatever. Sorry, guys. You guys still get the rolls and whatnot. Okay, so what would you like to do?
Go straight ahead. Walk right up.
I say we approach the building.
All right.
Just gonna walk right up.
Walk in.
For a door, knock on the door.
Boom, boom, boom.
How long has this been abandoned by the looks?
Well, it's hard to say because one, the building is very old, but also someone is currently in view of a mantoid warrior.
Oh.
It's a
People should probably look down to the bottom left of their map.
no.
Whoa.
Uh-oh. So I guess that's Claire who can see it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you can see it, guess what? It can see your flashlights. So,
Guys, there's a mantoid.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Boom, boom,
But
boom,
I
boom.
thought insects didn't do well for cold.
well, these
Well,
are
this
only
one does.
insectoid. Yeah, these aren't actual insects. These are from like another planet.
That's how they get you.
Yeah, exactly.
Would you like to know more?
Exactly.
The one
Alright,
time I don't have
so-
bug spray on me.
Remember, the way that you guys get your initiative is make sure that you have your token selected and click on the initiative button on your character sheet near the top. Not just the
Got it.
initiative skill, which is annoying and silly that it doesn't work.
At the top right, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And make sure your character sheet is selected.
What? How you do that?
Click on it.
So I rolled a 4 again. Hey, and I'm showing up in turn order. I did it right for.
Nice.
Let's see if I screwed
Right,
up.
I completely forgot. The fast perk is broken and gives me a plus
Yay.
2 shift to
I did
initiative
it.
skill tests.
Oh,
Well, actually, I should ask a question.
yes.
I have that initiative feature. I
Completely
think.
busted.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, we do have. Yeah.
Would you guys like to redo that after deciding that you would like to follow David?
Yes, I would like to
Sure.
follow David.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
definitely following David. Yeah,
I also want to follow David.
Not-
Sure.
not because I can't figure out how to roll initiative. Totally not.
All right.
So how does that feature work again? Sorry.
All right. So who has decided to follow him? Everyone?
Yeah.
Actually, I with a 16, I won't.
Okay, sure.
Because I'm very quick.
So here's what we do. First, David, roll a initiative check if you haven't already. No, you did. So,
Okay, 11.
but we're going to modify it from 11 to, I believe, a 15.
Okay.
No, sorry, 13. Oh, yeah, it's 15. So 3 people went with you. So, yeah, 14. You have 14 now. And now, what I would like to do is, Claire, could you roll a 1d4?
Yeah.
Because that will be the amount that I subtract from the 14. Will be
2.
your initiative. You are going at 12. Let's see, Orion, could you do the same thing? Roll a 1d4.
Yeah.
All right, so you are going at initiative 10. And let's see. That's it. Now,
I also said I was following.
Cool.
oh, where's your turn? Oh, there.
I haven't. Like I said, I was having trouble doing initiative, so
We'll roll a 1d4 and I'll add a turn.
did that roll? Yep. Nice.
So here's what
I'll
we'll
let
do.
Orion.
We have a few 10 and a couple 12s. So Claire, what is your speed?
My speed is 5.
Okay. So you get to go before. Oh, sorry. Timmy? What's your speed? Yeah, no. Or you get to go before the Mantoids.
Yeah.
Timmy, what's your speed?
My speed is 6.
And Orion, what's your speed?
4.
Okay. So we will go. Gary, David, Claire, Mantoids, Timmy, Ryan. So Gary, you are up first.
Oh joy. What's my movement again?
I think it's 30 feet base, isn't it?
Yeah.
There
Yeah,
are
it
a few
is.
people who get more or less.
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember what the static starting is, though.
There isn't one.
Oh, really?
Every
Well,
background gets a different starting movement, and most of them are 30, but some of them are more and some of them are less.
Indeed.
I do not remember what I wanted to add my extra 10 feet movement from fast to. So I'm just going to leave that staying around here until I figure it out. So I'll just do 30 then.
Okay.
Oh, and I see a Mantoid. Are we already morphed or are we unmorphed?
Yeah, we'll say you guys morphed in here.
Alright. I'm going to pull out my Blade Blaster and take a shot.
And remember, you have you have an upshift because Claire is here and she has the targeting blastery thingies.
Yep.
+1, right?
Yes, +1 upshift.
Pew.
All right. Well, that deletes a Mantoid.
Begone.
Heck yeah.
Okay. Is that your turn?
Hey, I got one. That's it.
All right. David, you are up.
Boom. Boom. 3.
Oh, Steve Reno is
Boom.
sad that you guys didn't say it's morphin time. You guys want to do when it's morphin time, just for Steve Reno?
Morphin time.
It's morphin time.
It's morphin time.
It's
It is
morphin time.
time.
All right.
Black Cayman.
Form of.
David, what
You can
else?
You
moved?
can dash in this game, right?
Yeah, you can take your standard action to do another move.
All right. Just gonna get in front of this schmo.
Okay.
That's it. Since I dashed.
Okay. That puts it at Claire's turn.
Awesome. I would like to move. So I'm gonna go like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And then I'm gonna shoot at the one Black Ranger is not in front of.
I see two such.
Oh, oh, now I had to zoom out a little bit more. Should the measuring tool be correct?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, yeah, they're both within my range. So I will go to this friend,
Okay.
this not friend,
Yes.
left. Okay. With my I'm gonna draw my blaster and then use that.
Awesome.
Jungle blaster.
Pew pew pew.
Pew pew. But I do get a +1 shift
Absolutely
because
do.
I am me. Ooh, hey, that's a 23.
Yeah. You just deleted another Mantoid.
I would like to dramatically spin my blaster and blow on it.
Nice. You know what? That's a story point.
Ha,
I like
thank
Nice.
you.
All right. So now you guys
Power
have
Ranger-
6.
Ooh.
All right, but it
Power
is the
Ranger.
Mantoids. One of the Mantoids. Can get declared.
Oh no!
Should've
Mantoids
went for
are fast.
Whoa!
Let's see. All right. The Mantoid has swipes at you with one of its claws and rolls a 22 against your
Well-
toughness.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
All right. Well, you now have 1 point of damage.
Great, love that.
Yeah. Let's see. The other Mantoid is going to take a swing at David,
Yay.
rolling a 5.
Mm.
However, Orion has noticed that there is now another Mantoid. Actually, there's 3 Mantoids coming from. And Timmy has also noticed that there are a bunch of other Mantoids coming from the other direction.
Well, dang it.
And so it is now Timmy's turn.
Okay, so I found out why I wasn't being able to roll initiative earlier. It's because I always forget that I gotta click off and finish with the buttons on Roll20. So every time I clicked initiative, it made another box, and
Yep.
it's currently dealing with that. But when I get done with that, I plan to shoot one. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
I'm going to take aim and go for this guy that's not this guy right here.
One.
This one.
Oh, okay, got it.
So Jungle Blaster. And that's a +2 upshift because I'm aiming, right?
Yes, if you haven't moved, you
Cool.
may aim, and then you get +2 total upshift.
Okay. Yep. Alrighty. 20 hit?
Oh yeah. No, you deleted
There
it.
you go.
These guys aren't exactly supposed to be like giant threats. These are the putties of the.
Well, the Power Rangers don't mess around when it comes to Santa Claus, so
No,
they
they
should
don't.
have sent. They should have sent someone else. That's all I'm saying.
Gotta save Christmas.
All right, Orion, you're up.
Alright, I'm gonna step up to this little guy here, and I'm gonna swing at him with my serpent spear.
All right, make sure you add your +1 to your dice shift on that because there are no allies adjacent to this enemy, so you get your solo strike.
Got it. 16.
All right, that is enough to delete yet another.
Okay.
Nice.
And then I
Go to-
yell, "Get
gonna
bent!"
be-
as I swing.
He's just going to be X'd out, though, because I think that's actually the token that has the actual... call it the actual turn order. So he doesn't quite get deleted from the board. Sorry, guys.
He's deleted in my heart.
But that makes it Gary's turn.
Gary takes aim at this mantoid.
Okay.
And he will aim, which I believe is an additional +1.
Yes. Are you using your blaster or your bow?
Blaster.
Okay.
I corrected the name now. Because it was wrong!
Alright, well that is more than enough to delete your mantoid.
Nice.
David?
Mask go bite go
You know, I feel like these used to be more threatening.
They were. You guys are now level 5. You used to be level 1.
I'm gonna try to bite it with my mask.
Alright, so David's Cayman mask extends into a jaw full of sharp teeth to try to chomp down onto the mantoid.
What do I roll for that?
That's gonna be a might check.
Yeah.
However, it is not going to be sufficient.
Okay.
Clamp down onto the mantoid, but your teeth simply don't penetrate through its tough exoskeleton. Making it Claire's turn.
Okay. There's nobody on me anymore. And the only one I can see is that guy. Oh. Nah. I guess I see this one over here, but I can't shoot through a building.
Not effectively, no.
No. Okay, so I'm gonna go for him, and do I need to take a step or two to get a line of sight for a shot so that I'm not gonna hit David?
Yeah, probably, unless you wanted to have some cover.
No. So yeah, we'll go here. And then that way I should be able to get a clear shot on him.
Okay.
Okay. So then I don't get to aim, but I still get my +1.
Mm-hmm.
Brilliant. Jungle Blaster.
Pew, pew.
Pew pew.
Jungle
Aw.
blasters.
Oh no!
Oh.
Not only do you not hit, it's a miss, which does give you another story point. So here's one thing though. You guys
Can I
do
use
have
a story point to re-roll? Because
can
I
absolutely.
got a 1 on the d20.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if instead of getting the fumble, if you want to spend a story point to re-roll that d20, go for it.
I would love to do that. So
All right,
I'm
you
just
guys are
gonna
back to 5.
Okay. I got a 20.
All right. Well,
Nice.
that story point spent definitely killed the mantoid.
Haha.
All right.
The shot hit something else and ricochet into the mantoid.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? We'll go with that. You fire, you hit a tree, you're like, oh no, it was terrible. But then, for some reason, that tree just reflects the shot, which is weird, but it does, and it goes right into the mantoid's head, and he just crumples.
Can we say I hit the one, there's one 70s silver tinsel tree?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
It reflects off the tinsel. There you go.
I never thought I'd be glad for tinsel, but here we are.
All right, now it is the last remaining mantoid, as far as you guys know's turn. So he runs up and he's going to try to take a swipe at Orion, but he only rolls a 14. And Orion, I'm going to guess that your toughness is higher than 14, especially while morphed.
It is.
Okay.
It is. Yeah, much higher.
It does nothing. Timmy, you're up.
I had a
Dang it.
mouthful of graham cracker.
I just forgot. I remember something.
I'll just got someone in the way that would give him cover. You know what? I'll just come up close and personal. When has that ever been a bad idea?
What could go wrong?
Exactly. So Timmy is going to go for his power claw attack.
Nice.
If the 12 hits, it's critical success.
Yeah, unfortunately, it does not hit.
I didn't think so.
So,
Oh.
swipe at the Mantoid with your claws, and they just bounce off its tough exoskeleton. Although you do chip some of that paint that they paint onto themselves that you're not sure what it means.
I'll use my my triple strike attacks and
Okay.
do a follow-up attack, martial arts strike.
All right, let's see it.
Oh yeah.
Remember to deduct the personal power out of your personal power.
Oh well. Did it not? There we go. Does
That is
14?
enough. Yes.
There we go.
There you go. You guys have successfully destroyed the Mantoids who come out of combat. As you guys look around, you do find the door to this building, which is ever so slightly ajar, and there's some bits of snow just kind of swirling into it from the outside.
Hmm.
By the way, when you look at this building, does it look like it's... excuse me. Like, does this look like Santa's workshop? Does this look like a warehouse? Does this look like a stable?
Well, it doesn't look like a stable or a warehouse, although you're not sure that you would recognize Santa's workshop if you saw it, because you've never been
Okay.
here.
That's true. But I mean, like, I have an idea in my head of, like, what a factory looks like, right? Or, like...
It doesn't look a whole lot like a factory. It looks more like a residence.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not very tall. If this were a factory, it'd have to be like English or something. A shed.
So,
the shed
For
factory.
now, we don't actually need this map up, so just to save my computer, which for some reason is struggling with Roll20, we're going to send you guys back to this screen, which the audience isn't going to see, but just because apparently my computer is like, oh yeah, Roll20 now for some reason takes up like 80% of your CPU.
It's too strong for you. You need to use
I
Roll20
guess.
instead.
Ray tracing.
But anyway, would you
It's got
guys
RTX.
what you guys like to do at the door to this?
The door's open?
Very slightly ajar, yes.
Can
I'm
we
gonna open
peek?
it up.
You may peek.
Oh.
You may peek. Tell you what,
Walk
why
and
don't
peek.
you take an unalertness check, and you can take advantage on that because this is not a terribly difficult check.
Okay.
And you guys have things like flashlights, and your helmets come with limited night vision and whatnot.
So just any of us?
Yeah, anyone who wants to take a peek.
Okay.
All right,
So-
Maddie, you see through the door
Okay.
that there is a figure tied to a chair. Looks like a human-sized figure.
Does he have a belly like a bowl full of jelly?
It's hard to say.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
no.
I'm gonna say this anyway because I kind of low-key said it and I paused to let them do what they were gonna do. After they look through, I just kind of walk through and push open the door.
Okay. Well, as you go through and your light shines there's Mrs. Claus tied to the chair, gagged.
Mrs. Claus!
Ah!
I go untie her.
I do the same. I
I
hope. I
also
hope.
do that.
Mrs. Claus, you were in fact tied by the Mantoids, who you didn't see take Santa or the elves. However, look, this isn't your first rodeo with the forces of evil invading the North Pole and having the Rangers come to help. That's still probably what happened.
Yes, I've been through this before.
Are you all right? I have emergency cocoa.
Oh, it's always good to have emergency cocoa, dear. I'm all right. This isn't the first time something like this has happened, and it won't be the last time, more than sure. Especially on the nights where Santa gets a little frisky, if you know what I mean.
Also, Mrs.
Miss
Claus,
Claus.
I
I
do notice
don't.
that Claire's suit has taken some damage.
Oh dear, you're not. You had a bit of a rough time coming in here, I see.
Yes,
Um,
we're friends.
Yeah, I normally try to stay at the back line and just fire my gun really well. But mantoids are fast, and I forgot that.
Quick buggers.
Well,
aren't they?
as much as you are willing to bring some cocoa for me. I have some cocoa for you as well, and I'm just gonna whip out some cocoa from like nowhere because I'm Mrs. Claus, and I feel like this is only appropriate.
Yes.
Love it.
Also,
Where's your husband?
by the way, Claire, somehow you know that you don't actually need to take your helmet off to drink this cocoa. It'll go right through. As if it weren't the helmet weren't even there. Because this is magical North Pole hot cocoa.
Magical North Pole hot. So do I drink it? Do I heal that 1 point back?
Did you drink the hot cocoa?
I'm drinking the hot cocoa. Yeah.
Then you absolutely heal that 1 point back because this is magical North Pole hot cocoa.
Amazing.
It's a Christmas miracle.
It's a Christmas miracle.
No.
I just feel so warm inside.
I'd explain to you what it tastes like, but how do you explain the feeling of happiness?
Ambrosia.
Mm-mm.
Ambrosia.
Well, we shouldn't stay around here too much longer, Rangers. Thank you so much for coming so promptly.
Yes. Where do you think they took Santa?
Oh, great question. Maybe there's something back at the house we can find.
Ah, so we need to search for clues then.
Are your elves tall or short?
Oh, the tiny little boogers.
Oh, I see.
Oh.
All right, so where would you guys like to start? You can be directed towards the actual factory/workshop because this is the private residence of the Clauses.
The clauses.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm guessing that there's like a limited number of buildings around here.
That's true, Mrs. Claus.
I'm not Mrs. Claus.
No, I'm telling Mrs. Claus in case she wants to answer that question.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yes, it's just straight up, yes.
So there's your house and the workshop, and I'm guessing somewhere where you keep the reindeer. Is there anywhere else?
Elf housing.
I mean, yes, the elves have their own space for living, and they have their own space for working, and they have their own space for recreational activities.
Oh, of course. Elf Village.
Tiny elf-sized basketball courts.
They play Elf Mario Kart.
Is there an elf smoke pit?
Yes.
Because you're describing the barracks.
You're right.
Is that where the elf special forces live?
No, they get their own house.
See,
Yeah, they gotta fight the forces of Krampus somehow.
when you said smoke pit, I thought you were talking about barbecue.
Oh,
no.
Mm.
The small, weird cement gazebo where you're allowed to smoke. So, sorry, an aside, I, Maddie, am in a improv troupe that's all military veterans.
Oh,
And
wow.
we had our meeting last night, and I'm feeling salty.
Okay, gotcha.
So where would you like to begin your search?
My
I think,
vote's for the workshop. What do you guys think?
yeah, I was gonna say, I think we start with workshop and then maybe stables.
Works for me. Let's get on the move.
All right, so you head out, Mrs. Claus, and for purposes of your first scene abilities, this is now a new scene.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, I'll alert you because for those who are wondering about the mechanics here, I'm running Mrs. Claus. Cheshire's running Mrs. Claus, but she's using rules for an NPC. So rather than having things like a PowerPoint pool or things like that, she has some per scene abilities, which is more typical for NPC characters. So in case anyone's wondering, that's why I'm informing her that there's a new scene. Normally it wouldn't matter for PCs. It would only matter for NPCs that I'm controlling, but because you have a guest controlling what's effectively an NPC, giving some updates there. All right, so you guys trudge through the pitch black forests. All you can really see are the stars above you and whatever your flashlights illuminate. As you go, you don't see anything in the way of tracks. But when you get to the clearing that the workshop is in, it looks like there's just been all sorts of chaos. There's smoke rising from here and there. There are tracks all over the place. The workshop itself has various windows broken, doors ajar. not-
Obvious signs of a battle.
Yeah.
Okay. Guess I just go looking around, kind of just
All right.
walking through the
Let's let
carnage.
everyone. What I would like is for everyone to take an alertness check, and that can include Mrs. Claus. If you don't have an alertness check, Mrs. like skill listed there, Mrs. Claus, you can just roll 2d20 and take the lower.
Alertness.
Ha! I got a 20.
Nice.
Pretty sure your eyes are going to be the
Oof.
deciding factor here.
Yikes. 19, not bad. All right.
Hey,
well,
that was surprising.
Lot
enough people
today.
have rolled well enough. So,
Yay.
basically,
High five.
along with all of this kind of chaos, you can tell that inside the actual workshop floor, some of the tools have been destroyed, and leading off in one particular direction, there are a set of tracks that look like mantoid tracks and very, very large deer tracks. And every once in a while along that trail is some drag marks.
Mrs. Claus, I have a question for you.
Yeah, yes, sweetheart.
You haven't happened to seen flying crystal drop down around here, have you?
No, you haven't.
No. Although I'm spent most of my time inside on these couple of days. Okay, because most of the work I do takes place inside, not outside.
Well, in our experience, they keep going after the crystals. That
Do
keep,
those drag marks look like they're dragging a large man with a belly like a bowl full of jelly?
Well, actually, no, most of them look like they're dragging a relatively small package, but then again, there's way more elves than there are Santas.
Hmm.
Yeah, isn't there like technically 2 Santas and like a bajillion elves?
Why are there 2 Santas?
Krampus
I
and
mean, Miss
Santa.
Claus is effectively another Santa.
Oh, that too. 3
I
Santas.
guess, but they didn't drag away Mrs. Claus, so I wouldn't worry too much about that.
Mhm.
Would you like to follow it?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Just
For
let's not
sure.
split up. This feels like a horror movie plot.
Right.
Yes.
I was gonna
Christmas
say,
horror
stick
movie.
together, guys.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
All right, guys, start following down the trail, and here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take our quick intermission just a little bit early because the next scene is gonna be fairly extended, and I would rather take a break during a in-between scene. So, guys, go feel free to refill your drinks. Do any biological functions necessary, and we will be back in about 5
Oh,
minutes.
Mrs. Claus is going to add a little bit of cheer to her drink.
Ah, yes, the Christmas Irish cheer.
Very nice. All right, guys, we will be back in 5 minutes. All right, welcome back, everybody. We are back from our intermission. Sorry that for some reason the music was muted for most of the intermission. I don't remember having muted that, but hey, it is what it is. All right, so what I would like for everyone to do is to take survival checks. See, because as you go, the trails actually start to move in different directions and start to be obscured as if someone was sweeping snow back across the trails.
Man, we've been talking for like 5 minutes. I wonder when we're
Survival?
something.
Yes, survival.
Oof.
Oh no! Shoot, I
Uh-oh.
rolled so bad, and I have like.
We're gonna get lost.
Okay.
You might.
I have auto snagged because I don't have any skill.
Oh,
Same.
boy.
Well, I have a D4 in survival, but I rolled a 4.
Yeah.
You guys have survival?
Well, no, you rolled a 2. Is the problem.
Oh, sorry, I rolled a 2. Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah, but you
D20
rolled a
being a
four.
2.
Higher on my D4 than I did my D20.
Yeah, that'll
Oof.
happen sometimes.
That's a thing.
All right, so
Yeah.
is that everyone? Mrs. Claus may also make a check if she wants.
You roll the highest you can on your skill die, at least.
Does she get advantage? I mean, she is from here. Oh wait, this is for sure footprints or something. Never mind.
Me and David rolled the same. Both of us was-
Oof.
Mrs. Claus, do you plan on rolling a survival check?
Mrs. Claus has gone down.
Claus is muted, I think.
Claus has
Oh,
gone
there
dark.
it is. Oof. No.
Sorry, it took me a moment to roll through all that.
Yeah, no worries. All right, well, so you guys lose track of exactly where the main bulk of all of this is going. However, do manage to track down one path that looks like it has mantoid tracks and the occasional drag mark. And as you start creeping up on it, you start being able to hear something crunching through the forest.
Mantoids.
You have a chance, if you want, try and do some ambushing. However, it will be very low light if you do. But if you approach with your flashlights on, well, you don't get the advantage of a surprise.
Hmm. Okay,
Here's the
so-
thing, team. I fire from range.
Here's the thing, team.
Yeah.
I go boom, boom, boom.
I'm happy to hide my lantern if someone wants to run up an ambush, but
Yeah, but what if, hear me out, the people that want to go into melee creep up, turn their lights on
He
when
said
they're
creep.
ready to go and do the ambush, so then us at range can start shooting and turn our lights on.
He said creep. I have a heavy rig on. Boom, boom, boom. There ain't no creeping in my future.
I mean, are mantoids that perceptive?
I could try, but I highly doubt
I don't
this.
know exactly how intelligent they are.
Well, I mean, we do have someone who gets an upshift to his dice if he's not if the enemy isn't adjacent to any other of his allies.
do we
Yeah,
want to do
lucky
that?
for
Do we
me.
want to, like,
I can do that.
especially our ranged guys, hide at range and wait for, is it Orion that gets that ability?
Mm-hmm.
Wait for
Yeah.
Orion to pop off?
All right, well,
I'll just
Orion.
rush in like a mad person if you like.
Well, if we're going to try the stealth, why don't we have Orion take a infiltration check, and we
I
will
will do
compare it
that.
to the alertness of the what do you call it?
Ooh, that was pretty good, buddy.
There it goes.
Pretty good, buddy.
All right,
Good
so
job.
you are actually able to sneak up on this guy, and this mantoid has his back turned to you, and you can actually see that he has a little sack over a shoulder,
Ugh.
that's wiggling as if there's something alive inside of it.
Elves.
Maybe. Okay. I'm going to stab at this mantoid.
Okay, make a might check, and remember that you get a upshift, and because he's unaware, you're also going to be getting a edge on this. So when it asks you edge or snag, make sure you check edge.
AKA advantage.
Yes, edge, if anyone doesn't know, is basically just the exact same mechanic as advantage.
Edge.
Snag is the same mechanic as disadvantage.
Okay.
All right. Well, you stab right through that mantoid, and it crumples, dropping the sack from which a muffled comes through.
So I'm going to open up the sack and see what's inside.
There is, in fact, a tied and gagged elf.
I'm going to untie and ungag the elf. But
Oh.
Sage, there might be others I could hear
Oh,
whisper.
thanks, Power Ranger.
You're welcome. Tell me where Santa Claus is.
All I know is that he was taken by the Krampus.
I was joking when I said that.
Apparently, Krampus thinks that there's too many people on the nice list. He doesn't get enough to do. He's taken over the naughty and the nice list, and he's kidnapped everyone to make sure that we don't interfere.
I was afraid something like this was happening.
I don't know where these bug things came from, though.
I do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
I'll assume that everyone is able to now gather around the elf, or that Orion has led the elf back.
Yeah.
I mean, the coast is clear for the moment. For the moment.
Well, it's possible that the Krampus went back to his cave.
Oh, of
Do you
course.
know where
he's-
that is?
More or less.
Which one? More or less?
Both.
Let's go find out.
But I'm not going to fight Krampus for you guys.
No, but we
You
will.
just have to show us the way.
Okay.
You don't have to do any fighting. You're not built for fighting. No offense.
I'll take you to Krampus, but then I'm getting out of here.
Understood.
That guy scares me. Got horns, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I got a bite that could tear apart metal, so I don't
We
really care.
have Zord.
I would like to pour emergency hot cocoa out of my thermos
Aw.
for the elf.
Oh, thank you. This is delicious.
You're welcome.
Although
I
it's
also have
not-
juice boxes.
How are those still warm?
Well, the juice boxes are not warm.
Oh. You know, this is
They're-
the North Pole. We don't go in much for cold beverages here.
Hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, we
do you
should
want
probably.
some body temperature juice?
That would be better than cold juice. It's already
That's
cold.
just- Cidery.
I'll grab a juice box out of my fanny pack and I'll see if it's frozen solid or not.
Oh, it
Oh.
very much is. It's just some ice that's fruit colored and presumably fruit flavored.
Would you like some yak's milk?
Yak's milk?
Are we going with fermented yak's milk? Is that where we're going?
I mean, if it's hot, then maybe I'll try it. I don't know. I've never had yak's milk. Maybe
Yeah, I don't
Santa's
have
had
any.
yak's milk. And he has a lot of milk. Some people
Probably.
say he's a milk aficionado.
That's
Bet
its name.
he's-
I mean,
People do.
What is?
I have a
There's-
propane stove, but that's at home.
Isn't there like a drink that's drunk by like the indigenous people of the Himalayas? That's like, it might be like rancid yak's milk with. Like,
I hate those conversations. I hate all of it. I hate everything you're saying right now.
I mean, if you go anywhere in the world, you're going to find at least one thing that is absolutely disgusting and you have no idea why people will eat it, but that they will.
Yeah, like McDonald's.
It's an America joke.
It is.
Ah,
Coca-Cola
no, but it's
sometimes
a
more.
rival beverage. Anyway, it doesn't
Oh
matter.
my god.
Well, thanks for the hot cocoa anyway there, Blue Ranger.
You're welcome.
You know, as Blue Rangers go, you're pretty good. None of the other Blue Rangers ever gave me hot cocoa.
How many other Blue Rangers have you met? How many times has this happened?
Oh, I don't know, like 12, 15 times?
Wow.
It's not always exactly
Quite a
this.
bit.
Like, it's always something.
Uh-huh.
But, like, most
What about
years, something happens. Santa needs to call the Rangers for help. I just figure all the villains just want everyone to get all depressed over Christmas, so that I guess it's
That's
easier to
about
take
right.
over the world or something. That's what I
That-
figure.
Have you
That's-
thought about
Not
like
if we can help it.
have you thought about like maybe making some kind of elf defense force? Like, yeah, maybe armed with stun guns or something.
I'm like 2.5 feet tall. What am I going to do against giant monsters?
Have you
I mean-
considered a gun?
Stun guns.
Have you ever seen a minigun?
Look,
Yeah.
Christmas elves are a peaceful people. Guns make us uncomfortable.
Okay,
No.
yeah.
I'd
that's
hide
fair,
my
fair,
blaster
actually.
behind my back.
Well,
You
let's go
guys
save
want an
Santa at the
American?
very least.
Oh, and
You
hey,
guys want to give these
this is
elves
Claus.
guns? They'll shoot their eyes out.
hold on, Mrs. Claus, what happened with you? You weren't at the workshop, so I figure, were you okay?
Mrs.
And there
Claus
is-
has seen a lot of.
Mrs.
PTSD.
Claus is in stunned silence as the.
Mrs. Claus is missing
Oh,
again.
sorry, I didn't realize I was muted. I was too busy in my drink, sweetheart. I was sorry,
Ooh.
I was not all right, but I am safe now, thanks for the help of the Power Rangers here. So they've been very good to us so far.
They usually are, although they're always different. What's up with that?
Different people who train us.
You'd think some Power Ranger team could just, keep being Power Rangers for the next time the planet's invaded, but I guess you get tired of it and you need someone else to take over.
Or they
I
tell
think,
us
I
to
think there's
stop.
like rotation or something.
I wish I could stay Power Ranger forever. I hope so.
Well, I
Maybe
hear,
there's a turnover rate.
I hear that there's this saying, once a Ranger, always a Ranger. I don't know.
Yeah. We can do anything. Now
Wait.
let's go save Santa.
Wait, wasn't there
Yeah.
like that Green Ranger who sounded like identical to that White Ranger, and then sounded identical to a Red Ranger, and sounded identical to like a Black Ranger?
And
I
a
don't
different
I
Red
don't know.
Ranger.
I think there was something like that.
Don't forget the other Red Ranger that he also sounded like.
Yeah,
Unlikely
yeah.
Coincidence.
Well, anyway, guys, I'll try to lead you towards Krampus's cave. It's not a place that I like to go, but if you guys want to save Santa, that's probably the place you're gonna have to go. So he leads you a little bit farther in the woods, come to a location where there is in front of you the path that leads up a cliff to the right, and then overhanging that. Can just barely make it out. There is a bridge over it, and then
The
path
map is
itself.
black for me.
You're not in
You
here.
might need to walk forward.
I can see my token, but the map is black.
Oh,
Back up black. I hit the sack. No, good to be back.
yep,
who
that's-
let the map be painted black?
that's because I forgot to add your flash. Sorry about.
Dang it.
Yeah, you should be good now.
I might need to reload.
Good.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
All
Well,
right. Well, I'll try this. I'll drag you in again.
Have you tried praying to the morphing grid?
You see
Oh,
anything
there it is.
now?
Thank you. That worked.
All right. I'll restore your flashlight. Commander Carter. Hey, get back to the formation. You guys haven't started.
Yeah. I don't know. I might have been in a wall or something. Who knows?
So, what is the plan, everybody?
To explore and look for Santa.
To
And
go in
rescue
and
Santa.
destroy
Save the
Krampus.
day.
to boldly go where no one has gone before.
That's the other. That's the other playlist.
Sorry, wait.
All right. So, who's going to start? We'll go through a list, right? So, David, where are you going to explore?
Straight ahead.
Okay. Claire, what are you going to do to explore?
I'll go behind David. So
Boom, boom, boom.
it looks like to me the only place to go is straight ahead. That it just sort of falls off.
So over, give me a second.
Little
Over
road.
here near where Gary is, there's actually an incline that goes up.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So I guess Claire's going up that.
go up
Orion, what are
that.
you up to?
I've already kind of done this path straight ahead, so I'm going to keep going straight ahead.
All right, Gary, what are you up to?
I'll go straight ahead behind David and Orion.
All right, Timmy.
I'll stick with Claire because
Okay.
I guess we're splitting up.
Mrs. Claus.
Yeah.
Didn't we just have a conversation about how we shouldn't split up?
No, this is a tactical split to get advantageous flanking.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
that's why I'm
going.
justifying it.
Oh, I'm going there, and they're going up the hill. Okay, then.
Oh, I saw a bunny.
And
Oh, I guess we're going up the mountain.
I'm going to
Timmy-
try and stay a little bit far back where I can kind of see everyone.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So give me a second. I'm going to move you guys up stations where.
Whoa.
We're rangers lost on a mountain. Go.
Lost on a mountain.
So as you guys are, hey Claire, go back.
I'm
You know-
sorry.
What are you doing?
Sorry.
It's just
wanna
boring.
explore.
I'm just trying to explore.
All right. So from the cave emerges a very large, hoofed humanoid creature with a long tail that ends in a tuft and big curly horns, goat feet. He says, the Power Rangers. Of course you always show up every year. Every year we gotta save Christmas for all the good little boys and girls. Well, tell you what, most of them suck.
Yeah, you're right.
Maybe we wouldn't have to do that every year if you didn't try to interrupt it every year.
Well, you know, you are way too lenient with the nice list, and you never give me anything to do. So this year, I'm taking over. Everyone is just getting some lashings, and that's it. That's what the whole year is going to be. And and
that
I'm not
sounds
going
like
to
child
let
abuse.
you stop me. And at that point, go into some kind of an initiative mode. So,
Oh, I want to go behind Gary.
okay.
I'll do it myself this time since I.
So is anyone following David? Technically, Mrs.
Sorry.
Claus, you're not allowed to because you are not a ranger on the team. You have to roll your own initiative.
I rolled that already. Oh, I did the wrong one. Hold on. I did the one in the skill list, not the one that says. Well, I mean, they both say initiative. Does it matter?
I mean,
Whatever, I did.
I'll
we all-
find
There.
all
It's
good, David.
it is one number below. It'll be fine.
Sorry, I meant following the Red Ranger, but I'm just confused because we don't have a Red Ranger.
Whoops.
So
Ow.
the White Ranger also has that same ability. So what I would like to know is who is
Okay.
following the White Ranger? Sorry,
I'll
yeah,
follow David.
Who's
Yeah,
the
David.
White Ranger?
he's the Gold Ranger, but you're using the White Ranger rules. It's complicated. What are we doing?
Just call me the Gold Ranger. Yes.
All right,
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
I'm the White
So-
Ranger. but I use
the
the
White
Pink
Ranger
Ranger.
gold.
Oh crap!
Hold on. We'll just go through the list because apparently we can't do this in an orderly fashion. Claire, are you following the White Ranger or the Gold Ranger? David.
Yes.
Orion, you following the Gold Ranger?
Yes.
Gary,
Yes.
Timmy.
No.
Okay, that's +3. So what I need to do is first get rid of the Green Ranger. All right. So David, you rolled a 9, but we're adding 3 to it, so it's 12.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Okay, so Orion, roll a D.
Yeah.
All right, so you're gonna go at initiative 1. I need
Dang.
Claire.
Yeah.
Roll a D4.
Oh,
R/.
I did /R. 1.
Okay, so you are also at 11, and Orion, what's your speed?
4.
All right, and Claire's is 1 higher than that. Gonna go before. Okay, T. Put Gary 9. Hey, Timmy, could you roll D? Or no, you're not following. So I
Yeah.
need you to roll your initiative.
I
You
got
can
it.
do it, Tiny Tim.
It's a 10.
Timmy looks awful, like you can't see because his mask's on, but he's blushing at the Tiny Tim remark.
Oh,
I'll have you know, it's perfectly average.
Oh, dear, I know more about you than you could possibly imagine.
All right, so
I see you
Krampus,
when you're sleeping, dear.
Krampus, who's going first, takes from his belt a shiny red Christmas bauble and hurls it into the space between David, Orion, and Gary, where it explodes like a grenade.
Oh no!
dang it.
All right.
Oh well.
Oh,
So,
Oh,
this is the
dear.
bauble grenade. So,
Is it pretty?
what I need to know is, David, what is your evasion?
My evasion? Alright, hold on. 15.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay. I need to know the same thing for Orion. Evasion.
14.
What is it? Sorry, you cut out.
14.
14? Okay. So, you just took 1 point of damage as bauble shrapnel just impacts your suit, sparking off of it.
We both take that? 1 point damage?
Nope, just Orion so far.
Oh.
And what is Gary's evasion?
17.
Right. Well, that is a miss on you. So, Orion was hit by the Christmas bauble attack, and the Krampus smiles evil. At which point,
Okay, we might want to spread out, guys.
We are. Let's go. In a minute.
also starts walking down the bridge so that he can get Timmy and Claire. But now, it's Mrs. Claus's turn.
Oh, wonderful. So anyway, I pulled out my glitter gun and I started blasting.
Alright, Mrs. Claus pulls out a gun and starts actually shooting glitter. Now, Mrs. Claus, what is the range on your glitter gun?
Miss Claus is back in
It
heat.
says 30, so if I need to move forward, I will move forward.
Yeah, you'll probably want to move
You
forward.
came to the
as far as
wrong
you can.
neighborhood, motherfucker.
Get out of my Christmas town, you bastards!
I have
This
glitter.
town ain't big enough for the two of us.
Alright, so you're still
Right.
actually a bit too far away, so you're going to take a snag on
make
this
it
one.
there. I can make it to there. I'm not doing that.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
In that
I'll
case,
move
yeah.
close enough.
Oh, gosh.
I'm just going to dash forward in front of everybody and be like, "This is between us. Stop bringing other people into it.
If
If you
Mrs.
have
Claus
any-
is senility.
If you have any problems, take it up with HR."
Alright, let's take a look if that, in fact, I hit with a 15. Let's see. It sure is. That is
Oh,
most
wonderful.
definitely a hit.
Oh, good.
For some reason, I have
1d4.
the Krampus. Whatever, I guess I'll just track in my head, because apparently Roll20 is like, no, you don't get to select Krampus stuff. Oh, you know what? I don't have the right...
This is
I
my
was
least favorite thing about Roll20.
Yeah, it is.
I was about to ask what layer you were on.
No, right layer, wrong tool. David, you are
Yeah.
up.
I'm gonna move and dash, and I've already measured where it's gonna be. I'm gonna dash
Oh.
all the way over here. That's my turn.
Okay. Claire, you are up.
Okay. I would like to shoot my gun.
Pew pew.
Shoot. Pew pew.
Do it.
Okay. And I'll get a +1.
And I put a +1.
Hey, it's a 20.
That's definitely gonna work.
Hey.
Okay. I would like to also spend oh, do I have to tell you that before I know if I hit?
Depends. What's the thing that you're trying to do?
I get to spend like a personal power, and I thought it made my weapon do 2 damage.
Read out the thing that you're trying to do. Like, there must be something on your character sheet that's giving you this.
Yeah, it used to say that, I thought, under the Jungle Blaster, but now it doesn't.
I think that's just if there's a critical hit, which you did not get.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah. Okay. So now we have Orion.
Oh, how high up is this bridge?
So this bridge is a good 30 feet off the ground. You're not going to be able to jump up there unless you have a really good check, but you might because you're morphed and it does triple your jump distance.
I have a spear, and it has a range reach times 2. Would I be able to reach from underneath?
No.
Son of a gun.
But it does mean that you don't need to be directly adjacent to people to hit them with your spear. You can be a square away.
Yeah, but he's too high up. I'll have to come around.
Yeah.
So I can make it to here. That's as far as I can go.
Is that your... Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, I actually wanted to run back down the hill.
Oh, with your remaining movement?
With my... Yeah, because I didn't move any.
Okay, yeah, then that's fine. As long as you didn't, like, take an aim or something.
No, I did. Yeah, I specifically didn't.
Now, Orion, you can take a dash action again.
How far does that let me go?
30 more.
Another one of your movements.
Oh, okay. Let's see here.
Oh, Mrs. Claus, did you give Orion any fancy cocoa earlier?
No, I did not.
Oh, you could have just said yes and he just could have been healed.
Oh, well, too bad. Mrs. Claus ain't no liar.
So thirsty, though.
I got you,
Oh, well.
Orion.
Come over here and get some hot cocoa. I also have another special thing for you if you come over here.
He's moved too far.
I've gone too far.
Yeah,
It's
he's
too
gone too
late.
far.
All right, it's
You have to
Timmy's
kill
turn.
Krampus. Kill Krampus.
Timmy, what do you got for us? While you're muted.
Yeah, muted again. So I always forget how much movement speed I have.
It should be on your character sheet.
I can never remember where to find
Here,
it.
I got you, homie. Yellow has
Sure, isn't it?
yellow.
I know my speed is 6. That's about all I know. I'm still not very familiar with these characters.
Is it under color or origin?
Uh,
Because I got the book open.
I don't
It's
know.
under origins. Okay, so what's your origin?
My origin is isn't it caretaker? Is that an origin? No. I can't remember. You're asking me a lot of questions right now. You know what?
Athletic, brainy, comedic, curious, kind, cynical, oddball, comedic. Okay, comedic has 30.
30. Okay, so that actually works out really well. That's good, right? With all the thing, would that still be 30 there, Dapper?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
You're right next to him.
Okay. Yeah. So Timmy's gonna do that thing Timmy does and run up real close and try to punch this guy in the face with sharp claws.
Do it.
So power claws.
Ooh.
Bump, bump, bump.
Rumpa-bum-bum.
10 is not going to do it.
Tiny Tim and the little drummer boy are the same person.
All right. Well, I guess that's all I'll do for now because I don't want to waste another story point.
Okay. Gary, you are up.
Gary's gonna summon his dolphin bow.
All right.
Draw it. It's gonna take aim. Krampus, you can't defeat us because we are the champions of Christmas. And I'm gonna use volley and one of my new powers.
Ooh.
Penetrating shot. For an additional personal power when using the volley feature, I can make a single attack roll against a single target that will apply it to all the shots of the volley. This attack gains a number of +1 shifts equal to the additional shots made after the first shot.
Wow. How many shots you making?
3.
All right, well, go for it. Take that personal power. That's a pretty cool power, actually.
Yeah, so that's like +3 shift, I think.
Yeah. And then it hits him 4 times, if it hits. Yeah,
I think it's 3 times.
Oh, then it's only a +2 upshift. Although you could aim because you haven't moved.
I'm aiming, yeah.
There you go, then yeah, it's a +3 upshift. My goodness. Ooh.
Oh no!
Oh, boo. All the shots miss and Krampus just laughs at you.
We'll call it
Foolish Rangers. And then because it's his turn, he will...
This doesn't usually happen.
All right. Takes a look over at Timmy and says, Timmy, don't you agree that all the little kids kind of suck? And let's see. What is your willpower there?
That's a wonderful question. Let me tell you the answer to that right quick. My willpower is 12.
Uh-oh. Timmy has been charmed by the Krampus and is now on the Krampus's side until someone can find a way to break that charm, or the Krampus is defeated.
Oh, no.
I
Smack
mean,
it at
kids
him.
do kind of suck, though.
All right, then he leaps down from this bridge and decides that he's tired of Mrs. Claus's babbling and Christmas cheer. So he is take a swing with his claws. Right, click all the buttons.
Mrs. Claus.
Oh, at me, bitch.
All right, what's your toughness, Mrs. Claus?
Oh, my toughness is 14.
Well, somehow those claws do not manage to actually damage you. And it is now your turn, Mrs. Claus.
He tickles.
Assault suit.
I'm
claw.
going to drop my glitter gun and whip out my candy cane staff.
Yes!
Ooh.
And I will swing at him. Where
Call
is
an am-
my husband?
Call an ambulance. Call an ambulance.
All right.
But not me.
Right. That is not sufficient to actually damage Krampus. And he says, "Oh, I'll never tell you until it's too late."
Is he in the cave?
It's not like I'm going
He's
to
in the
kill
cave,
him.
isn't he?
Might be in
What
the cave.
is-
You don't know.
What is the range on one of my abilities?
Oh, I'm saying that's
which one?
Krampus.
The top one.
The warp. Let's see.
Yes, the hot Goko says any creature in melee range. And nobody in melee range. Because
this-
the Power Rangers has left poor Mrs. Claus all by herself.
This is actually, if someone's in the scene, you can use it on them.
Oh, wonderful. Who's
But it's
nearby
not-
that...
It's not
What?
current. Oh wait, no, because you just took an attack, but you can still take the move. Yeah, go for it.
Yes. Okay, wonderful. Who would be good to give this to? Who does what? What do any of you do?
I shoot
So-
people.
Gray,
Yeah, so
Gray
Gary
is
and-
going...
Claire do ranged.
Gary is ranged. And who... Orion up there? Is that him over here?
Yeah, that's in green.
It is,
No, that's David
not-
right there.
Okay, that's David. When is David going?
The next
Next.
person who goes is David.
Right. Okay, wonderful. David, move quickly, please. And I'm going to use Chrono Warp.
All right, could you read out what Chrono Warp does for us?
Mrs. Claus may put any willing creature, herself included, into a chrono warp. This warp will persist for the creature's next 2 turns and allow the creature to make an extra move and an extra standard action.
Ooh.
Gotta go fast.
All right, David, it's your turn. You may take 2 move actions and 2 standard actions this turn, and your next turn.
All I could All I can think is that David is just
Because
going to be like
the only
super
way to
fast
explain how Santa gets around so fast is that he has time travel powers, just like he did in Ninja Steel, where it was a time travel Christmas episode.
No spoilers.
I would like to jump attack on Krampus.
Sure, you know what? I will give you advantage for the coming
from
down
here.
from above. Why don't you take a quick athletics check, though? Make
Wait,
sure
does
that
that
you
mean-
can do it.
Does that mean Santa's sleigh is a TARDIS?
This business.
Kind of. So let's take that athletics check.
Okay. Hold on one moment.
Santa's sleigh's got to be bigger on the inside than the outside to hold all
It's-
the presents in the
Maybe
world.
it's the TARDIS. You don't know.
It is the TARDIS.
Wait, did you say I get something for this? I have no idea.
You
What'd
haven't.
say?
You need to take an athletics check to make sure this is going to work, and if it does, then you're going to get advantage on the attack.
Roger. One moment.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah, that definitely
that's-
works.
Ah,
Yeah. So just move yourself next to Krampus, and then choose the attack that you would like to do, and make sure that you give yourself edge on the attack. Because I'm saying advantage, but it really should be edge, because we're playing Essence 20, not D20.
I look at Krampus and say, you need a new perspective. You spent too much time in your cave here in the north.
Are you saying that while you're in the air?
Nope, after I drop.
Well, unless the drop is part of the attack, then you're not getting the advantage. So maybe save that until after the attack.
All right. Might attack, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Very nice.
Oh,
That 20. All right.
that is
So
one off a crit.
what attack are you actually using?
Bite right into his shoulder.
All right. So you dive and head first. Your helmet extends out into the mighty claws. You clamp onto Krampus's horn and drag him down, wrenching his neck down, causing a point of damage. And he roars at you. But you still have up to one more attack and up to one more movement because of the chrono warp from Mrs. Claus.
I have, I'm 5th level. I have 2 attacks. Does anyone have 3 attacks or just the 2?
Do you get to the second attack from just being a level 5 Black Ranger?
Yeah.
Alright then, yeah, you can still make the other attack, and then you can take 2 more if you want to, because chrono warp is
Okay.
awesome.
I'll take my second attack then.
This one does not get edge.
Not edge, because I'm not jumping or doing any shenanigans.
Right.
Okay. Weight of dice. Play it nice.
Alright,
Oh,
that's
oh.
definitely enough.
All right. Another attack, you said?
Mm-hmm. 2 more, because you have
2 more.
extra attacks.
All right.
Dude, you got 2 nat 20s in a row.
I don't even
No,
know. I'm not
yeah,
even
you
gonna.
did, yeah. The athletics
Yeah.
and the...
Yeah.
That was not even possible. I'm not gonna think about it. It's fine.
Well,
I'm
I
just
mean-
having fun RPing.
Nice.
Alright, well that's
Look at
it.
those numbers.
Krampus falls back.
Yay!
Yay!
But
I
then
stand.
he stands
Uh-oh.
back up and he keeps standing until he's a gigantic Krampus.
It might be some
Power
bigger
Rangers, it's time
guns.
for you to do your thing.
Okay, well, there's something else I can do this turn. That's funny. I'm
Do
going
it.
to. I'm going to, as a free action, pull up my grid relic. And while I have it on me, it halves the time it takes to summon my Zord, which will probably be next turn. So
Okay. Alright, well actually you still have time because you can still take that action because of Chrono Warp. You can summon
hey,
your
I
sword.
summoned my Zord. Let's see, what is it? Gold Cayman Zord, I summon thee. Okay.
Sure. Alright. Blair, what would you like to do?
So, okay, I have a question.
Mhm.
So in terms of action economy, what does it cost to summon my Zord?
That will be either a move or a standard action.
Okay. And if and what would it cost a standard action to try something to break Timmy out of his thing?
It depends on what you're going to try.
I mean, I was gonna try some shenanigans and pour him a cup of emergency cocoa.
I mean, that. Sorry. The pouring would also either. I mean, you can use it as a standard or remove an action. I don't really care.
Okay. Cool. Okay, so what I will do then, because I can't get to him, I can't get to Timmy. I need I need to use my standard action as an extra movement. So what I'm gonna do is move, move up 25 feet to try to getting towards Timmy. I am also going to summon Spectacled Bear, my Zord.
Okay, awesome.
And I'll go ahead and, as a free action, send my 8-bit digital looking of the Morphing Grid fanny pack over and heal Orion for 1.
Awesome. All right, so the digital-looking Morphin Grid fanny pack goes over to Orion. He's back up to full health. All right, and now it is Orion's turn.
I am gonna call my Zord Feathered Serpent.
Okay, Timmy, it's your turn, but here's the thing. You're currently on Krampus's side.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. So does that mean that I now see the other rangers as my enemies?
So I will read the charm. Krampus fixes his gaze on a target and takes a deception roll against the target's willpower. If he hits the target regards Krampus as a close friend and ally. This effect ends automatically if Krampus damages the target. Each round in which Krampus attacks the target or the target's allies, Krampus must roll deception with edge against the target's willpower. Which, actually, has that even happened since? Nope, not yet. To keep the effect in place. If the target's allies take a turn to plead with them, or the next check instead has a snag. So basically, on Krampus's turn, if something has come up that would possibly trigger the end of this, he has to check his deception against your willpower. And what you do can affect whether or not he has edge or snag on that check.
Okay. Well, I guess if I really only see him as an ally, that doesn't mean I see my friends as my enemies. So
although you did just see your friends attack Krampus.
Yeah. I was saying maybe I could try to pull a similar, like how David jumped down to attack Krampus. Maybe I could jump down and try to restrain David. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So Timmy, do I need the athletics and then the attack?
Yep.
All right, athletics to see if I don't break my leg.
No, that's good. You can get next to David.
Yeah.
And this will be a might attack, but if you're just trying to restrain him, it'll be a brawn check. Not a brawn, sorry.
Okay.
A might check. But you won't be dealing any actual real damage. You'll just deal some stun damage if you hit.
Right. Could I do either acrobatics or finesse? Because I'm trying to.
Yeah, you could have done acrobatics if you want to. Whichever one's
The Ring of
higher.
Zero yet?
Yeah.
Like in WWE?
But either way, you get there. So take the check.
Okay. So now I got to do the might attack, right? Okay. Well, good thing, or athletics. You said athletics or might? You said one of those.
Might. You already took the athletics check.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
No, sorry.
Oof.
You failed to restrain David. We don't
Get
play
off
too
my
much.
friend.
Gary.
Right.
That's a big evil goat man. River Dolphin Zord. Gary proceeds to very quickly move away.
Oh dear, I hope the ice doesn't freeze.
Also, I just realized as I was looking at my stuff, I gained 10 movement when I morphed.
Cool.
Oh yeah, because you're okay. Let me know when you've moved. There you go. Okay, on Krampus's turn, He decides he's going to try and swipe at the Green Ranger. But he does get a downshift on this, so, great. Alright, so, let's see. Rolls a 9. I'm pretty sure that doesn't work.
I do an evasion. So for 9, yeah, 14.
Yeah. Okay, so that fails. However, it does mean that he now has to check Deception to see if Timmy comes out of it. So, Timmy, what is your willpower again?
12.
Okay, he rolled 10. You snap out of it. You realize that Krampus was never your friend anyway.
Wait, David? That goat man is very convincing.
Mrs. Claus, it's your turn. There is now a gigantic Krampus right next to you.
Oh dear. Question for the DM.
Mhm.
My hot cocoa. Will it help Timmy?
No, he's at full health and he's already snapped out of it, so he's good.
Okay, perfect. I mean, I don't have a Megazord, so I guess I'm going to hit him in the foot with a candy cane.
Do it. You get an upshift of 1 for his increase of size compared to you. When I ask you for an upshift, make sure you apply a +1 up.
Oh no, hold on, I didn't do it right. Not using specialization, right?
Correct.
Okay, skill shift.
+1.
+1.
This is a very good system.
-1. So it just has a 1d4 and then says +1 in brackets. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Difficulty, whatever. Edge
It's
snagger,
very simple, right?
normal.
Normal.
Okay, that's what I thought. All right, cool. Boom.
There
And then
you
20.
go. All
Get
right,
fucked.
and it's a critical success, which is actually the only way that you were going to be able to damage him anyway. Because,
Wonderful.
yeah, so there you go.
If a critical hit is rolled rather than double damage, Miss Claus may instead deal 1 damage and leave the target prone.
Would you like to? I will let you trip giant Krampus if you want to.
Yes, please. I would like to use my candy cane and I would like to basically hook him and then just push it really, really hard.
All right, Krampus falls down with a gigantic boom, shaking the earth because he's giant Krampus right now.
Did she just hit his toe with a candy cane and he just fell over?
No, she hooked his toe with a candy cane.
That is one strong mama.
Yeah, look, Mrs.
So-
Claus is no slouch.
And he takes
A
1
real
damage.
inspiration.
Well, he doesn't because we have a house rule for giant monsters that they take half damage rolled down from normal sized characters.
This is unacceptable for Mrs. Claus, but I'll...
Sorry. Here's the thing, right? Remember our playtest of this game where the Zords were worse than useless?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is part of addressing that problem.
Listen, as also a DM and who also played in that game, you're 100% correct
Right.
to be doing what you're doing. I'm just saying because I'm Mrs. Claus, it seems reasonable that I do 1 damage.
Yes. But anyway,
But
David,
too bad.
your Gold Cayman Zord has arrived. Now Krampus is currently prone, which means any melee attacks have edge against him.
Be advised, at 3rd level, I get to choose my own feature for what Zord part I like. I chose Titan Body.
Okay.
It's big.
Okay. You can,
Towering size class.
You can still go chomp him with edge if you want.
I know, but it'll factor in on what happens next. All right, chomp, 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 chomp. All right, let's see.
Remember to take your edge.
Okay, and it's might, correct? Still might?
Yeah, you can use your might. Unless you're, no, you can use.
And it does 3 damage if it hits,
Okay.
apparently.
Now, what size is he? Sorry. Or,
The feature says Titan Body is built in a much larger frame than the others, standing nearly as large as some other Team Zord's Mega Form. Following rules apply to Zord with this feature. Its towering size It has 2 HP, 3 damage when it actually hits, and its strength increased by 1, but its speed scores reduced by 2.
All right, you actually have an upshift of 1 then, because he's only gigantic.
Upshift to 1, that goes to +1. Okay. And edge. Gotcha. Because of the weapon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just checking. I'm still.
Well, because of
let's
Mrs.
see.
Claus's weapon.
Ooh.
All
Oh,
right.
well, I also, and because of Mrs. Claus's weapon, but I also have a thing that says
Okay,
plus
so
1.
hold up.
upshift.
You have edge because of Mrs. Claus tripping him. You have the upshift because of your size difference.
Oh, and there's a Zord control from the weapon I have that gives me upshift of 1 to hit with my Zord's attacks.
All right. Well, what was your the skill die? So you can roll a d8 if you want to.
Okay, I see.
Take the d8.
Okay. Okay.
I'll tell you now, though, it probably won't do a whole lot.
I don't know. I'm just trying to remember all this stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You do not manage to do any damage there.
That's fine. Just gotta remember all
Claire,
this stuff down.
Mm-hmm.
it is your turn. You can tell that your Zord will be coming next turn.
Okay.
Currently, Krampus is prone. Normally, that would be a disadvantage on range attacks, but snag on range attacks. But he's gigantic, so no.
Okay. I guess I'll just. Is anybody hurt?
Currently, I believe everyone is at full health after you healed Orion.
Okay. So I'm gonna aim and fire.
Okay. Sounds like a good plan.
Okay. Do I get a +1 from aim?
Yes, and also another one for him being very large.
Okay, and then a 1 from me being me.
Yep. So +3 total upshift.
+3. Okay.
And if you would like, you have plenty of skill points. You could specialize to try to get a higher chance of a critical hit. And you still have 5 story points.
Sure, let's do that. I think I have to cancel this roll and start at the top.
Okay.
Okay, let's do that. Eugene specialization, yes. Skill shift to a +3. And where's that? No.
That blows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yes?
Okay. Sorry, what does the specialization do?
It allows you to roll all of your skill dice and take the highest one, and if any of them rolls the highest number on the die, it'll count as critical if the test succeeds.
Oh,
so in
okay.
This case,
so because I didn't hit him because I got that 13.
Right. So you rolled
I did because I did actually crit.
Yeah, you rolled a D2, a D4, a D6, a D8, a D10, and a D12. And the D4 rolled a 4, which would be a crit. However, your D20 was a 5.
Was a 5. So,
Yeah.
Okay, well, I did as much as I could there. That's...
Yeah. Alright, so that makes it Orion's turn. Orion, your Zord is also coming next turn, but you still have this turn.
I'm going to do a similar thing that's been done before. Jump down here.
Okay.
For a jumping attack.
Alright,
So on
that will give you
athletics.
edge. Yeah, as long as you pass the athletics check, which is not a very hard check to pass. Yeah, no, you're more than good. In fact, with a critical success, I'll tell you what, you gain an extra damage to your attack if it hits.
Oh, nice. Let me roll that real quick here.
Nice.
Serpent
Alright.
Spear.
Well, in that case, Krampus takes some damage from your sword. While he's still on the ground, and he goes, "Arrgh, damn bee stings!" Timmy, you have not called your Zord yet.
Yeah, I better start off by doing that.
Okay.
Call the Zord and I ain't gotta go nowhere to punch this guy, so swing away.
Okay. You have
characters.
edge because he's prone.
Awesome.
You also have a +1 skill shift because he's so big.
No specialization, +1 skill shift, and
You do have edge when it asks.
there we go.
All right, that is indeed a success. However, it is not enough to actually damage him.
Yep, that's all I can do, I guess.
All right, Gary. Your Zord is also coming next turn.
Oh, guess I'm gonna aim.
Okay.
I might as well take my shot.
This will be a +1. Are you using the bow or are you using the
Bow.
blaster? Oh, okay. So you're going to get a +2 upshift. 1 for him being big and 1 for the aim.
All right.
And again, normally prone creatures you would have an edge on, or sorry, a snag on range attacks. However, guy's the size of a house. I'm not going to apply that. That's dumb.
Yeah.
Well, it's a fumble anyway. So you guys do gain a story point back, so you're back up to 5.
Cool.
Unless you want to re-roll the d20, but I wouldn't because
No,
the 5 isn't going to be able to damage him anyway.
I can do nothing with this. This is useless to me.
All right. Krampus stands back up and glares at Mrs. Claus and tries to take a swipe at her because he is not super happy about having been knocked down by a candy cane. That's kind of embarrassing. So, yeah.
I got pictures.
Damn it, Mrs. Claus. And he rolled a 10.
I'm gonna put this on Ranger equivalent of Twitter.
I just can't roll. I rolled a 2 on me, d20. I rolled an 8 on the skill die, though.
Oh, poor Krampus. He's having a bad day.
He is having a bad day. But it's Mrs. Claus'
Every
turn
year.
again.
Every year, you're always like this. When will you ever learn? If I move away from him, am I gonna
Nah,
get prompt
you're fine.
opportunities?
Nope.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna back up to where I left my gun.
Nice.
And
Glitter gun!
then I'm gonna shoot him with my glitter gun.
Nice.
Not that I
You have a-
expect it's gonna do much.
You have a +1 upshift.
Sweet. Skill shift.
Yeah, I tried to make Mrs. Claus as thematic as possible. I think I succeeded.
I think
Yeah, I love it.
+1. Normal. Yeah, it's fine.
Oof. Yeah,
That's
that's
okay.
not great.
I didn't expect much.
Okay.
You do this
David,
every year. Have you ever considered maybe just reapplying for a different position?
This is what I do! Alright, David, your Zord's up.
Boom, boom. I'm just gonna wham a llama ding dong on this thing.
I don't know what that means.
It sounds
Bash,
inappropriate.
Bash, smash, and slash. Bite right into him.
Okay.
Right, let's see.
You no longer have edge or any skills. Or no, you still do have the 1 upshift. Oh, actually, no, you should have a downshift because he's smaller than you. Yeah, you have a downshift. Actually, I was wrong about that. Sorry.
I get an upshift to hit with my Zord's attacks. Does
All right,
that
well, then
count?
it negates. Now you just roll a regular die. You have
And
+1
I have,
upshift and 1 downshift. It comes out to 0.
And my strength increases about 1.
That's cool.
What does that do?
It increases your toughness.
Oh, so it's just a +1, right? Or is that no?
No, you're now no shift.
Oh, cool. But I don't get any negatives. So
Correct.
of course, for me, difficulty normal, no edge. Okay, bleep.
All right, that is indeed enough to kill him. And how much damage? Or not kill him? Damage him. How much damage does that do?
I think that's 4.
What makes it 4?
Titan body gives me 3. Is that 3 additional or just 3? Okay, did 3.
Okay.
Ooh.
That's dumb.
Well, we can't hear you anymore if you were wondering.
Well, I
I
wasn't
mean,
saying
I
anything
can
right
hear
there.
you just fine.
Yeah.
All
I'm
right,
hearing fine.
that was a crushing blow. Krampus is not doing super well after that, but Claire's spectacled bear Zord comes into the scene.
Hey.
A bit far away for a melee attack this round, but
That's okay. Powder blue bear comes in. I leap up. I do like a backflip and land in the cockpit.
nice.
And then it's very cool looking. And I'm gonna. It opens its mouth and shoots its laser cannon.
Nice.
Oh, that's cool. What noise does
Okay.
it make? What noise does it make? Ooh, ooh. Yay.
1d2 on my laser cannon. Okay. 13. I'm guessing that misses.
Actually, I'm not positive. Evasion isn't
Okay.
hitting the wrong button. Yeah, no, it's not quite enough.
Okay.
Okay. But I'll assume that you get closer, and Orion, you're up. You are also not quite close enough for the melee attack this turn, but you can get closer and take your ranged attack.
Is my Zord in yet?
Yes, that is. I'm talking about the Zord that can do those things. Sorry.
Okay, so say that again then. What I can
The
do? with
Zord
my
comes
Zord?
in, and it's not quite close enough for a melee attack, but you can close the distance and use a ranged attack, and then just do melee attacks next turn.
Okay, I'll do a poison spray ranged attack. And
Okay.
that is targeting. Couple buttons. Ew.
Yeah, that's not going to be good enough. Rough. Okay.
Oh.
Timmy, your Zord is coming in next turn, not this turn.
Alrighty, well, I'll do what Timmy does best and flub a melee attack.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, I should have
Yeah.
had an edge on that, but
Yeah, that's not good enough.
edge. But maybe I'll do more when the Zord gets here, but probably not.
No.
That's Timmy.
All right. Okay. Gary, your Zord comes in. Same situation as most other people's. Take a ranged attack and close distance on this turn if you want to. We're going a little theater of the mind on the Zords right now, just because I don't want to have to set up another map and do all the stuff. So.
Oh, entirely fair.
Yeah.
I get it. Makes sense to me.
Yeah, I think just do a ranged attack.
Okay.
What are you doing? Are you eating
So
something
my
not
Zord's coming in
broken?
at like the end of the turn.
No, you just use your Zord as you. It has a better
Sure,
chance of
fine.
actually dealing damage anyway.
I should have gotten that back.
I'll
Yeah,
assume
I
that you
know.
jump into the Zord cockpit so that you can actually use.
Yeah. No, I jump like straight up and do kind of like 2 flips, and then I kind of like dive head down into the Zord.
Nice.
Because Gary's got style. Yeah, but I have to go get those rules really quick, or rather, my sheet.
Uh-oh. Someone
Yeah, I
didn't
should have
bring his
done that soon.
Zord rules. For shame. In that case, while you're getting your Zord rules, you're gonna miss. And it's Krampus's turn.
No, I'm just getting the sheet. I need to remember.
Yeah,
exactly what
it's
my thing is.
Krampus's turn now, because you missed because you didn't even have your rules handy.
What?
That
Yeah.
is
Fair enough.
fair, dearie. That is what it
Yeah.
do. He's actually saving you from getting coal for Christmas for doing shit like that. Read your character sheets.
I forget to
All
bring
right.
up sheet because I am so used to having everything on roll 20, despite not having everything on roll 20.
The Krampus turns the towering gold Cayman Zord and roars and takes a swipe at it.
Ooh.
Rolling a 7, because of course I roll a 7.
Krampus is having a bad year this year.
I
Can I
cannot
say
roll
something?
above like a 10 to save my life.
I'm trying
Can
to
I say
decide if these Power Rangers are just better than the other ones, or if it's just Krampus having a
If
bad day.
Krampus is just having an off day.
Yeah, apparently he is. It's Mrs. Claus's turn, though.
Oh, I'm going to start heading back and preparing hot cocoa.
Oh, good.
He fell down some stairs last week.
Bye, Mrs.
I
Claus.
Has
So
to get his taxes done.
see you kids soon. Have fun.
All right, David, you're up.
Time to bash and smash.
All right,
Time to
let's
beat
do
it
it.
up. All right. Bloop, blop. Excuse me. Just gotta get there. Okay. Hey, did I do good?
How much damage does that do?
Normally?
Hmm?
Well, it does 3 damage.
Well, you just did 6 damage
Ooh, how come?
Oof.
because you did a critical success.
16's a crit?
No, but the 4 is, and it's a hit overall.
Oh.
Yeah. In this
Oh, I
game,
see.
crits come on the skill die.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
Yeah, we haven't
Oh,
played in a
oh.
while. Everyone's forgetting how to play.
It has been a minute. It has been a minute.
All right.
Oh, it's just
So, let's see. That Krampus is now that bit right into him. He's not doing too well. Claire, what do you got for us?
Okay, so my powder blue spectacle bear
Mhm.
runs up, like running on all fours, and then it rears up at its back legs, and then it brings up its front paws, and it goes shing shing, and claws come out.
Nice.
Giant
like
claws
that
come
noise.
out, and I get to do 2 claw attacks.
Yay!
Awesome.
Go,
Yeah.
Power Ranger, go,
1 d20
go,
plus
Ninja, go,
1
Ninja, go,
d4.
go.
That's not gonna do it.
That's so bad.
It's really bad.
Reroll? Is there?
I know.
can we
I
use-
get a second attack.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Better. 17 though.
17? I think
That's
it's
good.
just not quite good enough.
Oh.
No, it does. It hits. It does hit.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes, that does 2 damage from my claw.
All right.
Yes.
Krampus is now on his last leg. This is not going well for
Yay.
Krampus. All right.
Oh,
Orion, your green
Okay,
feathered serpent
so
sword is
now
up.
that I'm close enough, I'm gonna go with my constrict attack.
All right. The green
And
serpent
when can
slithers
I
around
use-
him.
My enhanced melee attack, because I would like to use that if I can.
Oh, you could just do that instead.
So I'm gonna slither around him and then just start squeezing and constricting,
All right.
That's what
squeezing
she said.
and
Force
tighter and tighter and
Take that.
tighter
Jeez.
Take that mic check.
and tighter
For Krampus.
and tighter.
All right. Well, that right there is not going to be.
Don't feel bad for him. He'll be fine. He'll be
Oh,
back
he
next
snuck
year.
out. He got out.
Yeah. All right, Timmy, yours were to rise, but you're not quite close enough. But you could take a ranged attack.
Yeah, I'll do a ranged attack. That's the tail laser's D6, so
Okay.
D20 plus D6.
Tail laser.
D20.
Oh yeah, that's
plus-
definitely a hit. With
That
that,
might be a crit.
how would you like Krampus to go down?
Heck yeah.
Have you ever seen Tenacious D in the Pick of Destiny when
I
he
have.
fires the
Oh,
laser
yeah.
and it shoots back and it knocks off the horn and he goes, "Oh, my horn!"
Yes.
Yeah, exactly that.
Solid
Okay.
tail laser.
And then Krampus, of course, falls over and explodes, and everyone's Zord turns away from the explosion because you don't look at explosions if you're cool.
Right.
Cool guys, look away from explosion.
All right, everybody. So after that, you investigate the cave, and yes, unsurprisingly, Santa and the remaining elves were indeed tied up in the cave. They're more or less unharmed, and a rather injured-looking Krampus stumbles through cave as you're freeing everyone says, "All right, fine. I guess Santa can have his year once again. But Santa, come on. Telling me little Jimmy here is on the nice list? He pushed Sally down at recess." Santa says, "Oh, that was only one incident. He's been a perfect little kid for the rest of the year, except I guess for that time he took one too many cookies. But other than that,
Except those 2 times, Santa?
yeah, other than those two, he's been great." But
there-
thank you, Rangers,
there's-
for coming to my rescue yet again. Seems like every year something happens.
You're welcome, Santa.
You're welcome, Santa.
No problem.
Wait, Santa, wouldn't it be nice if we gave Krampus something for Christmas this year?
I suppose. But also, Krampus, stop colluding with alien invaders. That's not very
Right.
nice. Krampus looks rather sheepishly and says, "All right, fine. I guess that probably isn't the best idea."
Even for
You
you.
set a good example for the kids.
I don't have to set a good
Well-
example for the kids.
Yes, you
I'm
do.
Krampus. No.
Yes, you do. If they're afraid of you, then they'll do good, right?
Yeah, well, I think that colluding with alien invaders would make them more afraid of me.
No, that's a bad idea because
Yeah, it's a bad
we
idea
represent-
independent of that.
We represent Earth, and they represent.
Yeah,
Not
it's a
Earth.
bad idea
Yeah.
independent of that, and next year I won't do it.
Next time, come up with your own ideas, huh?
Alright. Fine. Look, I was gonna free you after Christmas anyway.
I don't believe you.
It was, and also, look,
Sure you were.
and he points to a wall full of hot cocoa supplies. This was to keep you guys nourished while I was out doing Krampus things.
Diabetes.
Oh no, Santa and the elves are completely immune to diabetes.
Did Krampus say that?
No, that's just the case.
Oh, I don't know that.
Well, Santa says it then.
So
Oh.
was this basically one giant just workplace dispute? And you
Yes.
lot are
Yes.
usually completely just fine.
Totally.
Yeah,
Krampus
no,
says,
no.
"Yeah, it was basically a workplace dispute. But hey, guys should probably go say hi to Mrs. Claus, and maybe next year I won't be the problem with Christmas, but it does need to be saved every single year for some reason. No one's ever out
Okay.
there saving Kwanzaa or Hanukkah,
Why not?
because apparently no one cares enough to actually disrupt those holidays."
Yeah, that's about right.
Okay, that's not true. There was that one time that someone had to save Hanukkah. You know what?
Oh
that
yeah,
that movie's a little bit
I
too
know about
adult
that.
for this audience. The elves they're very sensitive to that kind of thing.
Fair enough.
I bet that was 8 crazy nights.
Yes.
Yes.
Also, it turns out that the desert in Israel looks a whole lot like the desert in Nevada, which is weird. But hey, what do I know? Apparently, Israel's full of Joshua trees.
Yeah, I think
Well,
I read
where do you-
about that.
Where do you think the name came from in the Bible?
From Mormons.
Jesus.
That's who came up with the name.
Yeah,
Anyway, alright. Santa, you can go give gifts to all the little kids, I guess. You guys want to
Hey,
go
Cramp?
back and... Oh, yes?
Hey, Krampus, you ever thought about like helping the Power Rangers? It might get you out of this place and into a different frame of mind.
I can't just leave.
Why not?
This
Christmas
is a
ain't
pocket
every year.
dimension. Well, I don't get to leave except Christmas Eve. Just like
Well,
Santa.
that's no wonder. Well, no
Just
wonder
like the
you're deranged.
military.
No wonder you're deranged. I get it now.
Yeah.
Look, Krampus. When we defeat the bad guy, we'll bring him here so you can give him some lashings, because he is a jerk.
Yeah,
That
we'll bring the
sounds great.
bad guys to you
That sounds
because
great.
they are bad people.
Well, Rangers, I hope not to see you next year. But I probably will. Or
hope
the
I'll
other
see you
team
next
of
year.
Rangers, whoever's next. Seems like there's a new set every year. Although I do like the costumes this year.
God,
Thank you.
Thank you. We materialized them ourselves.
Great. Alright, so you guys want to head back to Santa's place?
Yeah, can we go
Uh,
to Santa's place and get hot chocolate?
Absolutely.
I'm actually gonna hang out with Krampus.
Okay.
But y'all do your thing. I'll just be back here in the.
All right, everyone but David goes back, and the elves are off repairing the workshop, and Santa and Mrs. Claus are back at their place, and Santa says, "Welcome, Rangers. Where's the gold one?"
He wanted to hang out with Krampus.
Oh, well.
Yeah, he's actually pretty chill when we're not having a fight.
Mrs. Claus here was telling me how brave everyone was, and also that she managed to trip a big Krampus. So, well done, honey.
Thank you, dear. This was the most fun I've had in a couple of years.
Yeah, we usually don't really get too mixed up in the hijinks in terms of the actual punching and kicking part, do we?
No, not very often, and usually we're a little bit better prepared for Krampus, but not this year. Normally I don't have to get involved at all.
Well, he doesn't normally have aliens on his side.
This is fair. There's like cookies and
Rangers,
cocoa and
please help
crap.
yourself to some treats. There's milk, cocoa, cookies. There's some scones if that's your thing.
Oh,
I am
sure.
stuffing my face with milk.
Gary's just having some cookies.
Well, you get a message from Zelkar saying, Rangers, good job. Make sure you don't stay too long. The Clauses do have a lot of work to get done in the next couple days.
No,
Gotcha.
that we do.
Well, Rangers, thank you very much for saving Christmas again. Although I suppose it's the first time for you in particular, but the Rangers are always available to help save Christmas.
Wait. Gary remembers what he has to do before he goes. He goes and grabs a couple pine cones from outside.
Oh, okay.
I need these for research.
All right. Well,
Oh,
guys,
the dimension will let you take it with you. Never mind. It's fine. They'll figure it out.
I think we'll wrap it up. You guys successfully saved Christmas. It took us a
Yay!
while to get to this point.
Christmas.
But yeah, good job, everybody. You defeated the evil Krampus and his alien allies, who were there, of course, to demoralize the children of Earth, who celebrate
then-
Christmas. So
And then
basically,
I had a nice glass of mead with him.
yes, I'll allow that. All right, guys.
cool.
Well, our next session should be at on the 8th of February. So write that down. And the next session will not be a holiday special.
Oh,
But
It's not going to be a Valentine's special?
ooh, yeah, that's a good point. It could be a Valentine's Day special.
we'll team up with Saint Valentine to defeat the.
Yeah, he's
Art
missing his head
monsters.
though, so you know what are you gonna do?
Well, I guess we're just too far ahead of him.
I'll actually do an episode about the martyrdom of Saint Valentine.
That sounds good.
It sounds
Let's do that.
like it's for children.
Yeah, right.
Forbidden.
All right, guys. Well, thank you very much. We're gonna get out of here. Come back in a couple weeks. And Chesh, thank you very much for coming as our special guest role player. It's always fun when I have a role to have you come in as for an episode or two.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
All right,
Had
guys.
a wonderful time.
With that, we are out of here.